to work on more of my tropicals. This here is the cutting off of my Skyflower. We'll also do this, the original Skyflower I have. This I just need to, right now, this has just grown like a weed all winter. I'll just start bringing it back to a couple of leaves. This is something I mostly clip and grow because I find they don't respond the greatest to wiring the Skyflowers. Plus, they get once they get a little bit woody, they get brittle too, so you run the risk of breaking them easily. So, and again, I'm just cutting it back to stimulate new growth. Maybe get some back budding. They back bud occasionally, but they're not the greatest back budders, I noticed. Okay, there's that one. We'll get the other one out. Here's my original Skyflower. It is now a cascade, just barely, but I kind of like that way. And we're just going to trim this one back, much like the other one. It was repotted, so it didn't grow quite as well, but still grew quite a bit over the winter. Okay, that looks like about it on that. Like I said, this is a quick one. It's a real quick one. Both of these were. They just need to be trimmed back a little bit. So we'll get the next tree. Okay, here's my Brazilian Rain tree. I had clipped this roughly back last fall to get it in. Then I had to take a chance and repot it. I didn't really touch the roots much, but I had to take a chance to repot it because I couldn't get the soil that it was in to dry out whatsoever over the winter. So it was really starting to look bad. It was starting to lose leaves, and well, leaves are starting to turn brown. They weren't really falling off. I repotted it. It lost about half of its leaves that it had, and then for a couple weeks the leaves weren't opening a lot, and then they started opening more, and they've been opening pretty much the last couple months, just normally every day. So it looks like it's bounced back just fine. There's been new growth on it now, and so I took a chance with that, but I don't think it. I think it might not have made it if I hadn't done that. So we're just going to do some trimming of this. Now, from what I found out of these, you definitely want to leave a stub, which luckily I didn't get no problems with any of mine, but I didn't leave many stubs on my stuff some, but not others. But you want to leave stubs because they don't like to be trimmed. They don't like to be root pruned the greatest, and you can't take a huge amount off at a time. So you got to be careful with these. So we're going to dive in here. This is the front. I like this for the front. But I think if this is going to be the front, we're going to get rid of this branch. Leaving a stub to open this up in the front. We're also going to get rid of this one back here just to, and I found out if you need to remove this, I'm going to leave. This died back, but it hasn't died back all the way yet. So I'm going to leave it on in case it needs to die back more, so I don't cut it off and mess it up. I think I'm going to get rid of this branch back here. No, actually I'm going to keep this branch. I'm going to get rid of this. I don't know. No, I'm going to get rid of the smaller branch underneath. Okay, we got really nowhere to cut back. We can cut back to here, but I want to keep this. So there's nothing here at this joint, so can't cut back to that one. At least I don't think I want to. I mean, you can defoliate these, so it might come back, but it probably won't come back if you cut it back when there's nothing there. I don't know. We're not going to take a chance on that right now. Okay. This branch I'm going to bring back to here. Maybe something will develop out there. We've got a lot of clutter here, which I don't need. I'm going to get rid of this branch. Then we're going to trim the end off of this. And I think the end of this is already dead. Yeah, this is dead. This can be clipped back safely now. Clip that off. That was just a leaf. Clip this upward facing leaf off. Okay, this here interferes with this. My question is, do I want both of these? Do I want this? Do I want that? I think I'm going to clip this back to here and let this grow underneath. Let one of these grow out underneath. For a lack of nothing else up here, I'm going to leave this for now. I'm going to clip it back to here. This is growing up, so I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to actually get rid of this here, because there's nothing down here. And this I'm going to cut back to here. And I'm going to get rid of, no, I'll cut this back to here. Leave that back here. Now if you want on these to cut, I've heard also that if you cut the spikes off all the way, you can lead the die back into the thing. So you want to cut them in half, let them naturally die back, and then take them off. The needles can contribute to dieback. That's how sensitive they are to some of this trimming. I actually get this one over here chopped in half. so I can try to remove it at a later date because it's kind of growing into this branch here. Now this has died back, so I can clip that. This has died back and can be clipped. Okay, I'm gonna leave this branch. This is a good branch, I think. And I think I'm gonna cut this off here and go for this little one that's sprouting out here. And we'll get, I don't know. And we got this one. I think I'm gonna clip this back to here and go with that branch there. We'll clip this back to there. Have those two. I think I'm going to remove this branch entirely, so we'll leave a stump. Clean this old stump up. I'm going to clip this branch off. This branch is kind of just a bad place. It's on an inward curve, so it's not really desirable anyways where it is. We'll let this, cut this here. Okay, we'll get that in a minute. We'll take care of this stuff here first. Trim this back to there. Trim this back. I'm going to trim this back to here for now. Yeah, I'm going to clip it back to here. I think I'm going to remove this branch. These two are competing against each other anyways. I think I'm going to go for this one and try to make this into a leader. Grow up. Right now I'm going to leave this branch on for now and just cut it there. Okay. That's pretty much what I'm going to do with it. So there is my Brazilian rain tree. Okay, last I have these Sarissa cuttings. I'm going to dig them. I'm going to take them out and see what they got. They've been growing pretty good. I mean, they put on a lot of stuff, so they should have some kind of roots. Pop these in. See what we got for roots. Oh yeah, we got roots. And we got a weed of some sort. Something planted in here. Yeah, we ain't gonna bother these roots much. Just gonna get some of the soil off them, and then I'm gonna repot them. Get rid of that high root there. It's there. Oops. It's a piece of hair that's stuck in there good. Thought it would come right out. Settle this stuff down here. Stuff out of the way. That over there. Grab another pot. There. I'm not doing this so much to settle this for these around the roots because the roots are so fine and not a lot to them. I'm just putting this to help settle this down into the soil a little better. And I just need more soil. Okay, now this one's not straight, so I have to pick how I want it. I think kind of like that. And these are getting buried a little deeper than they need to be for now. And when they get repotted and we work out the roots, they will be brought up more slowly. I don't know if you guys can see this, but the soil does go down like maybe a quarter of an inch or so altogether. Okay, that's them potted. Probably gonna clip them up a little bit, and I'll be back once I move some of this. Here's the first one. And just trim this stuff back down some to. I'm not worried about where to do it. I just kind of bringing it down some so the stuff's not so unwieldy. There's that one. Just chop this one off here. Whoa. Thought that was going to go over. And we'll chop this one right here. And that'll be it for those. If you enjoyed, like, subscribe, and hit the bell. And I will see you next time.